The Oregon legislature's short session starts Monday, and education advocates are trying to tackle Oregon's high school absenteeism rate. Oregon ranks 47th out of 50 for the number of hours kids are in class. Libby Dowsett's live in Southwest Portland near Lincoln High School with more on a new bill that could improve that ranking. Libby.
Well, Tim, schools here in Portland and around other districts are trying incentives and other plans like tardy labs here at Lincoln High School to try to reach those students who are skipping class. But state advocates say this problem is so big, there needs to be a statewide plan, and it all begins with good data.
You don't want to be in the top for being chronically absent, right? We want to be in the top for great attendance, but not for kids missing.
Sarah Pope with the group Stand for Children says Oregon ranking among the worst in the nation for attendance is hurting everyone.
Teachers are hesitant to move on to the next lesson plan or the next major unit when a third of the class is missing.
She says with only Alaska and Washington, D.C. trailing Oregon for days in class, now is the time for lawmakers to plan a statewide approach. Proponents say House Bill 4154 is the first step, calling for more accurate and frequent data on student absenteeism.
You need to be able to look at it very frequently to know who is chronically absent, who's approaching being chronically absent, and then you need to do something with the data.
Advocacy groups say it's not just concern about absenteeism, but also Oregon's short school year. Brown University professor Matthew Kraft says the average number of hours U.S. students are in class is 1,230 hours, about 180 days. But Oregon came in at 1,155 hours.
The difference between the total amount of time that students in Oregon spend versus the average state amounts to about 11 school days less.
Kraft testified before lawmakers in Salem this month, saying the amount of time students are in class varies from school to school.
It is that intersection of having the available time and making sure students are there and benefiting from it that really determines the ultimate outcomes for Oregon students.
Advocates say they're all for individual schools trying different attendance techniques, but believe clear data feeding a statewide strategy is the only way to catch up with other states.
As a researcher, more data is always a good thing.
Now, proponents of this bill expect it to pass. It's a small bill. It doesn't cost very much, but they're urging lawmakers to perhaps go one step further and approve a statewide early warning system that would notify parents when students had lost or missed out on several days of school. Now back to you, Tim.
Yeah, important issue. Libby, thanks for spelling it out for us.